What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my humble little channel here on YouTube that keeps on growing and growing. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia and I am a bit of a luxury beauty fanatic. I love everything luxury beauty. Today, well, you saw it from the title, we're going to be talking about the new Rose Inc Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum, and I got the shade in 40. On my channel, I like to do a sort of this or that, and of course everybody's talking about it, but the Rose Inc one does compare to the Beige one by Chanel. This is the fresh water tint, and I got this one in the shade medium. I first want to talk a little bit about why I chose this shade for the Rose Inc version. This is actually a neutral undertone for light to medium skin tone, and this one is, I think, also a neutral undertone, but then for medium skin tones. I got matched at a counter for this one, and at the time this was a beautiful match. However, I do work in vampire hours, so I work during the day and I don't see a lot of daylight. Therefore, I did drop a shade, and I feel like this currently is a little bit too dark for me. I was choosing between 60 and 40, and therefore I chose 40. First off, let's talk pricing. I'll put the dollar prices and euro prices down below of both of them. Both of them have the same net weight, so 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounces. And this one has a 12-month shelf life. I believe the Chanel one does as well. Unfortunately, I can't find it on the bottle and I don't have the packaging, so maybe if I find it somewhere online, I'll let you know if this also has a 12-month shelf life. For the end result, I am wearing one of these on my face, but I'm not gonna spoil it just yet. For the end result, please look at my final thoughts. I'm wearing sort of the winner out of these two on my face. So let's get into the video. This is Chanel's Freshwater Tint, and if you start rubbing it in, you still see a lot of water droplets. Let me put it on my face on one side so we can see the coverage of it. Also, let's move you in a little closer. So this is one side with the Beige Fresh Water Tint, and it's not too bad, but if I do put this around my neck area, you do see there is a little bit of discoloration, so I always have to take it down to my neck area just to prevent that, you know, mask looking face. So it is a tiny bit too dark for me at the moment. The moment this country gets any sun, this is a perfect match, and it's a very light coverage. So as you can see, you see a little bit more redness peeking through on this side. My freckles, you can still see my freckles. It's really just a very small difference, but it's one of my favorite complexion products that Chanel has. Now let's try the Rose Inc serum. I'm gonna do it next to each other. First of all, it looks way more densely pigmented, and as you can see, it's way less runny. Which makes sense because the Chanel one is advertised as a water tint and it looks like a tinted water, but the Rose Inc one is a serum. So it makes sense that the serum version is thicker. So you do see the water particles still, but way less. And as you can see, one is significantly lighter. So I feel like this is going to be more pigmented. Let's check it out on the skin. Ooh. There is way more pigment in this. Dang, that's light. Okay, so this is interesting. I feel like the Chanel one is a little bit darker than I actually am right now, but LX40 is light. Like, I look ghostly pale on this side. Now I'm kind of like, oh, I should have taken LX60. Shade matching yourself is such an art form. Okay, so on this side is the Rose Inc Tinted Serum, and this is in the shade 40. I knew it was going to be lighter. It does seem to be a tiny bit lighter than my neck area, so maybe if I mix the two, I'll get my perfect shade. This is the medium Chanel water tint, and this one is a little darker than I am right now. let's just do a little close-up. Hi again, so here we are. I hope there was a clear winner for you guys, because there was a clear winner for me when it comes to the Rose Ink Tinted Serum and the Beiges Chanel Freshwater Tint. I love the Freshwater Tint. It's one of my favorite products out there, especially for complexion. It's not advertised as a foundation, it's not advertised as a tinted serum, it's advertised as a freshwater tint. So the fact that it has a runny consistency, I don't really mind. It takes a while to seep into the skin, but it wears beautifully. It's clear that the Rose Ink one has way more pigment, so the coverage is much higher, and upon first glance, I do feel like they act very similar. I was actually very surprised on the amount of pigment. Color-wise, if I compare it to my neck in the footage, I think that LX40 is a little lighter than my neck. You don't really see it on the viewfinder, but I did really see this just in real life. Maybe if I mix the two, I would get my perfect match right now. So please keep that in mind. The undertone was fine. Where I felt this tinted serum was lacking was in my problematic areas. So I have two really big problematic areas. I have combo skin, so I have dry patches and oily patches, and I often lean oily. Around my nose area, we're dry. Around my cheek area, I'm oily. And often the oily bits, you see the pores coming through when a foundation doesn't work for me. And on my dry patches, you see my nose flaking. If you see the footage, I feel like I don't really need to explain what happened on the side of the Rose Ink foundation. My pores look worse, and my nose looked flaky. It set fine, like I didn't feel it on the skin. And also on my normal area, so the outskirts of my face, it looked fine. It's just my skin requires a lot when it comes to foundations. You see on the other side, the Beige side, it doesn't accentuate my pores, it doesn't accentuate my nose area, it seeps into the skin really beautiful. But here's the thing, it does perform better. Now this is a patented product, so the formulation on this is patented, so it can't be the same. And in terms of dupes, one is definitely more of a serum consistency, one is definitely more of a water consistency. I prefer this one just because the finish is much more beautiful. If you have skin that isn't too problematic, it does give a little bit of a tint, but not too much. My freckles still peek through, but this is kind of what it looks like on the face entirely. I was very excited on trying this, and I had really high hopes. I am going to continue on trying this just because I really want this to work for me. I'll let you know in the comment section below, because by the time this video comes out, I've been wearing it for a few days already, but I'll let you know in the comment section below if in the end it sort of worked for me or I'm passing it along. Hi guys, it's me again. It's me on another day. I'm wearing it for the entire day already, the foundation, and so far it does seem to look a lot better on my cheek area this time around. I think that sometimes when you wear foundations for a longer period of time, it sort of like mixes with your own oils, as gross as that sounds, but it does look better on my cheek area. And if I see it from afar, I'm kind of like, okay, well, it looks pretty good. Unfortunately, it does do that little flaky thingy on the nose that you see in the video. And this time around, I did really peel my nose, like I did a peel on my nose, because I thought it looked so gross in the video. But unfortunately, it still does that, so I don't know. I think it's just that my nose is such a dry area. It doesn't like dry spots. I don't know. I don't know why this is working for other people and it isn't working for me, but yeah, definitely it's not cooperating with my nose area, but everything else it does. Take that information as you will, but that is my final verdict on this. Rose Ink is an interesting brand to me, so I do want to see a little bit more of them. This just didn't work out for me, and that's okay. Guys, there's so much makeup on the market. Make sure that you also just have makeup in your collection that you love And if you don't love it, then maybe see if you can give it to a friend, or sell it for a cheaper price, or return it. Okay makeup is not what needs to be in your collection right now. There is a foundation out there that works for you if this isn't it. So that is my final thoughts on this video. This is my this or that. For me, it's definitely this one. If you can get it on a sale, you can probably get it as cheap or maybe cheaper as the Rose Ink one. I hope this video was useful for you, and if it was, please give this a like so that I know. It gives me a little bit of feedback. You could also send a comment down below if you have any questions regarding either or of these products. I like giving long replies, and I like talking to you guys. I really do. So I definitely encourage you to comment down below. If you are a luxury makeup buff like I am, or just a makeup lover, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I am a small channel, but I'm really dedicated to my channel. I try to upload at least once a week. Sometimes I upload a little bit more just because I do pay for expedited shipping, and I'm really committed to getting some good content out for you guys. Anyway guys, I'm gonna sign up here. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.